What is going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. My name is Richie, and in this video, I gotta break down how stacked the New York Knicks are after the big-time trade they made yesterday before the deadline, acquiring Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic. Look at this Knicks roster when we are 100% healthy, and obviously that is the big factor here, is when we will be 100% healthy, because unfortunately for the New York Knicks, we are banged up. But when everybody returns, which, by the way, is the expectation by the postseason, which is the most important element here, this Knicks team has a chance to do something special this season. And I'm going to break down why in this video. Folks, if you're just tuning into Knicks Media for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy makes a video here on the channel. And also, like the video if you enjoyed, but more importantly, I want to hear from Knicks fans in the comment section. How excited are you and how impressed are you by the overall Knicks roster on paper right now? Because it is absolutely deep. It is stacked up, and I'm excited to break it all down in this video. Now, let's get straight into business. Now, the first thing I got to talk about is the news we got yesterday of OG Anunoby. He had a procedure to get his bone spur removed from his elbow, and he's going to be reevaluated in 3 weeks. Now, this is definitely not great news because we're all hopeful that it's just right elbow inflammation and he'll be back in a few days, day to day. But the good thing is he will be back for the playoffs. And again, that's all that matters. Julius Randle, he will be back for the playoffs. Mitchell Robinson, we got a report that he will be resuming basketball activities after the All-Star break. So they're hopeful that Mitchell Robinson could be back by the playoffs. Jalen Brunson obviously tweaked his ankle. Nothing to be too worried about. The All-Star break is definitely going to be in our favor. He will be back in just a matter of time. So you think of the people that are returning, and you look at the team. This Knicks roster is stacked up. Now, the coolest part about what we've seen from the New York Knicks these past few weeks is, despite the injuries, we're winning, folks. I know last night we lost to the Dallas Mavericks, but I went into that game even before tip-off. I'm like, bro, the Knicks get a pass. Like, if they lose this game, I am not going to be upset about it. That's why I didn't even make a video about that game, because we literally had nobody playing. Right? Dante DiVincenzo puts up 36 points. Josh Hart had a triple-double. Deuce McBride had an okay game. But literally, we were running a 6- or 7-man rotation with Charlie Brown Jr. and Jacob Toppman coming off the bench. So that game last night, nothing to be too worried about, because that's not what this lineup's going to look like. But then you add Alec Burks and Bogdanovic. Now, those are the two key pieces to this video I want to break down, because Bogdanovic is a player that is an absolute scorer that can help this Knicks team in the clutch moments in the fourth quarter. If Jalen Brunson's really fatigued, or maybe he's banged up, or Julius Randle can hit that clutch bucket, Bogdanovic is a really good basketball player that's a savvy veteran that is a sniper from downtown. Not to mention Alec Burks as well. When he was a Knick, folks, let's not forget, he was a big part of that playoff team, the almighty 4th seed. Alec Burks was a huge part of the success of that Knicks squad. Julius Randle was the leader of that squad, and Alec Burks was that veteran right next to him, kind of really being that big-time piece, because Quickly was a rookie. He was, developing still. R.J. Barrett was still developing. We had so many young players, but the two main veterans on that roster was Julius Randle and Alec Burks. We had Elfrid Payton as the freaking starting point guard that year. Wild stuff there. So Alec Burks coming back, I think, is going to be a really big addition to this team. And you look at my favorite part about this squad, Knicks fans, is this. The injuries are telling us a lot about the depth of this roster, because what it's doing, it's not a good thing that we're injured, but the only positive you can take away from injuries is it really tests this team's adversity and really shows the character of how deep this roster truly is. Because a guy like Dante DiVincenzo, we're seeing something special with Dante. Okay, he would never be given the opportunity of the amount of volume of scoring opportunities that he's had right now without Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, and now even Jalen Brunson going down with an injury. He had to step up and be the primary and secondary scorer next to Brunson when he was healthy, and he's came through. The guy's averaging over 28, 29 points per game since Julius Randle and OG's injury, and it's really cool because can you imagine when Dante is paired up with OG when he's back and healthy, with Julius Randle when he's back and healthy, with, of course, Brunson, with Bojan Bogdanovic coming off the bench, if he comes off the bench, which I'm assuming he will, with Alec Burks, and Josh Hart. It's just mind-blowing. I got to give Leon Rose all the credit in the world. He has slowly built this roster with just a grandmaster plan that he's had from the day one, it seems like, just improving the team. And of course, it came with the expense of guys that we all had some emotional attachment to because they were Knicks draft picks. First, it was Obi Toppin getting shipped away. Then it was Quickly and RJ. Now it was Quentin Grimes. Definitely did not see that coming, if I'm being honest, but I'm not complaining because Leon Rose has done a tremendous job bringing in the right players to fit Tom Thibodeau's system. And I really also got to say that this trade that they made yesterday was so important because we're so banged up with injuries where this Knicks team got to stay afloat for these next few weeks. And I think Burks and Bojan are really going to have a big part of the Knicks rotation in these next few games, especially tomorrow against the Indiana Pacers with all the injuries that the New York Knicks is suffering. Now, I feel like the regular season, in my eyes, I just need this team to get healthy, right? We're going to evaluate every game. We're going to talk about the wins. We're going to talk about the losses. But what really is going to matter, and which is obvious, is the postseason. That is going to answer everything. We need to be 100% healthy, if not 100%, maybe 90% or something like that. Because look at the roster right here. We are deep to the point where everybody that's listed on this graphic, if healthy, are not all going to play. Because we know Tom Thibodeau does not run a 10-man rotation. It's going to be a 9 or 8-man rotation. So going to be really fun to watch. And again, the injuries to certain players are giving guys opportunities to step up. Another example is Isaiah Hartenstein. When Mitchell Robinson went down, Hartenstein took over as the starting center, and he's playing like out of his mind. He's playing borderline better than Mitchell Robinson because his play style is different. His play style is just a perfect piece of what the New York Knicks team needs. Another example, Precious Achiuwa stepping in for the injured Julius Randle at the 4 spot in the starting 5 has been playing excellent winning basketball. I mean, it's really fun to watch that when players go down, you plug them in, next man up mentality, and that is a winning culture. Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau are establishing something special here, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. Now, I want to stay present. I want to stay in this season, but it's hard not to just say this one last point, which is the New York Knicks did not give up one first-round pick for the OG Anunoby trade or the Burks and Bogdanovic trade. That tells me that the New York Knicks are going big fish hunting in the summer because we've been kicking the can down the road. When are we getting the superstar? When are we getting that last big-time piece? I think it was smart for the Knicks to fill out the roster and get really good role players like Burks and OG and those type of guys, and then save all their first-round pick assets, which, by the way, we have a lot of them, for the summer to go get that big-time star. Now, I don't even want to think about next season because we have a whole season right now to figure out and how this is going to go, but I'm really excited because this Knicks team is deep, and dare I say, we can compete with anybody. You turn on ESPN, you turn on the national media talking about NBA basketball, they're all saying nothing but glowing things about the New York Knicks because what Leon Rose is doing is absolutely sensational. We have 2 all-stars, one of them really borderline an MVP in Jalen Brunson. Julius Randle is another all-star. OG Anunoby is stepping in and playing tremendous basketball when healthy. I mean, I don't need to keep going down this roster. You guys know what they're bringing to the table. I'm speaking at 1,000,000 miles per hour because I'm so freaking excited about our New York Knicks. Don't forget where we came from, Knicks Nation. We all suffered through so much misery with this organization, with Steve Mills at the top, Phil Jackson, Jeff Hornacek as the head coach. I mean, I'm thinking of all the negative times because just to put things in perspective, Leon Rose, Tom Thibodeau, dare I say Jim Dolan, and the whole Knicks organization, they're acting like a legit winning team. And now it's up to them to get healthy and keep playing from within and keep connecting with each other with the chemistry, because the way that they're winning is what's making them such an attractable and likable team. It's not like we're attracting these superstars and building a super team. We're building this team around winning type of players that sacrifice for the game of basketball, play for one another, play selfishly, and it's just a beautiful thing to watch, man. I'm excited as a Knicks fan. Let's share your excitements down below. The New York Knicks are stacked when 100% healthy. Even when they're not 100% healthy, they are loaded, and that's why I got a lot of high expectations for the Knicks because it seems like they can survive the injury bug. Now, obviously, we need Brunson healthy, we need Randall healthy, and we need OG healthy if we want to go on a serious run in the playoffs. And they all will be back soon. So, guys, sound off in the comments of your excitement. I'm I'm giddy right now, as you can see. I'm giddy. Let's go, Knicks. Woo! It feels good to be a Knicks fan right now, ladies and gentlemen. Share your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you're not already. Your boy's out of here. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.